up, Kayla's crew, and welcome to Kayla's Eat and Greet. Today, I have a spread for you guys. I made all this myself. Well, I mean, ramen is pretty easy to make. But I did, for the first time ever, I've made octopus before. These are little baby octopus. But for the first time ever, I cleaned and trimmed them before cooking them. Because the kind I got before were already cleaned and trimmed. These were just like frozen from being alive. So I had to do the whole process. That was really gross and interesting, but they look really good. I hope they're a little bit tender. I have some shiitake mushrooms over here that have gotten a little bit of sauce on them, but that's fine. That's just fine. And this is the Quattro cheese Samyang fire noodles, which should be amazing. I have tried them before, and I did make them my way, which means I added milk, cheese, and butter. So I want to try this first. It's pretty hot too. I just made this. The octopus I did run under cold water because I didn't want them to keep cooking, you know? Spicy. I did not even use all the spice. Whew, it's spicy, but good. Oh man, I miss ramen so much. I will have ramen every once in a great while. On the mushrooms, usually I'll like saute them in some butter, but I actually just boiled them with the octopus because I had all these like aromatics in with the water for the octopus. I had, you know, soy sauce in there and salt to season it. I had cloves, I had bay leaves, peppercorns. So it smelled so good by the time it was done. Those are really good. Let's try one of these. Ooh. The head is all like crinkled up. Easy enough to bite into. They're tentacles. So it's not like too tough or anything. I love the texture of octopus. And the baby octopus like is probably just so much easier to cook. Ooh, it flew over here. That was good. I should have brought some scissors out or like a knife or something. So I could have these like with, yeah, I'll get something. So how have you guys been? Oh my gosh, I was telling my brother, it has been so long, I feel like, since I've done a mukbang. I don't remember when it was, but it's been a while. I've been doing vlogs, just busy. And then I've just had a lot of space in there that I haven't filmed anything, so I was really excited to do another mukbang. And of course with something, I always eat something weird, so I had to do octopus today. Oh, the cheese, I just add American cheese to it because it melts so good. We're gonna need this. Give me some good old Diet Coke. Oop. Someone asked me in one of my recent videos, I don't know which one, apparently one that I had a Diet Coke in. They asked me, what's the point in having Diet Coke if you're gonna eat all this other crap or whatever? And basically, I like the taste of Diet Coke. Sorry, my air conditioner just turned on. It's been hot out. But, yeah, we grew up on Diet Pop, or Diet Soda. So I'm just used to it. If I have a sip of regular pop, tastes weird. Kind of like what most people have when they taste Diet Coke. They're like, ooh, that tastes weird. I have that with regular Coke. But also, as someone who has been pre-diabetic in the past, I don't want to just like eat straight sugar, you know what I mean? Or drink straight sugar. It's not a great idea. If I have sugar, it's going to be like in fruit or something that has a little bit of fiber too. If that makes sense. Yeah. But in general, I just love Diet Coke. Oh, man. My cat really wants to get out. I have my door closed. My brother's playing the new Star Wars video game. I don't know what it's called. Has that redheaded kid in it who was in Shameless, and I think he was also in something that had to do with Batman. I don't know. I like that actor. Oh man, this is a really good meal. I am so happy right now. So I hope you guys liked my last video. Well, I had 2 videos. It kind of was really long, so I made it into 2 videos. It was my most recent camping trip. First camping trip I've ever done in my life, actually. It was tasty. But I had a great time camping. I'm gonna do it again. My family, my mom's side of the family, is having a family reunion coming up soon. So tender. And they're big campers. They, like my mom's side of the family, every time I've like met up with them or we've done a family reunion, part of it is at a campsite, like around the fire. They all play guitar and sing. And I've always been the person who's like, anyone got a camping chair I could borrow? Like, I like go there and then I leave. They all camp there. I'm like, wow, maybe I can join them this time, you know, if that's what they're doing. I'm waiting for the email to let me know like what the itinerary is, but it's going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania. Coming up here in a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. But I really want to go this year. I didn't go last year, and I think I was just like in a period of depression. I've been in a couple year depression, guys. You know. I didn't really go anywhere last year, I don't think. But I'm feeling so up to it. I want to see everyone. You know, we don't really know. I wouldn't say we don't. Yeah, I would. Like, we don't really know our extended family that well. Like, we didn't grow up with them. Like, my dad was pretty controlling of my mom, so he wouldn't really even, like, let her see her family, which kind of, like, sucks. Kind of turned her against them. I don't really know what happened there. I was a kid at the time, but we never saw our cousins. We never saw our aunts and uncles. I mean, every once in a while, yeah, but... But the times we've hung out with them, I absolutely love them. They're the nicest people. So welcoming and caring towards us. Like, I don't know. And some of my cousins, I am friends with on Facebook and stuff, and they seem really cool. You know, the times we have hung out and I've talked to them, of course, they're awesome. So I think I would have a lot of fun in Erie, Pennsylvania, where, like, I already like that town, you know? So worst case scenario, I can, you know, split off and do something on my own, but I think it'd be great to see them all, see what's new, you know? Oh. Do you hear my cat meowing? Meow, meow. I don't even know where he is right now. Oh my God, is he right here? Hi. Maybe he wants to say hi to you guys. Let me see if I can pick him up. Oh, he's so cute. He's my little babe. He's already wanting to leave me. You want to go? You want to get outside? Not outside, out of my room. All right, I'm going to let him out, guys. Be right back. So I'm just going to leave the door to my room open so that the cats can get in and out. So you might hear a little bit of my brother's TV, but not a big deal in my book. Ooh, let's do a bite with a mushroom. These mushrooms are so good. Okay, so I usually get shiitake mushrooms just at like Kroger, the regular store that I go to. But I mean, most of you guys have been watching me for a while know that I go to an Asian supermarket as well. And they have shiitake mushrooms that are they just look different. So I wanted to try them out, and they're amazing. So tender. And they're like bigger. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. So, I mean, that's pretty much all that's going on with me lately. Got that coming up, possibly. Still been working. I don't know, yeah. been keeping busy. Oh, I've been walking a lot. I have this thing on my phone that's like Samsung Health or something. And it tracks your steps. Obviously, I know everyone has like that on their phone. But I joined this challenge or whatever this month for June. And the challenge is to do, I think it's 200,000 steps in the month of June. That's a lot for me. I did the math, and it was like 6,666 steps a day. So maybe that doesn't equal out to be 200,000. I can't remember how many thousands of steps it was, but basically I figured out it has to be, I have to do like 6,667 steps a day is my goal. Which I know for like a regular person, it's not that much. Because like a lot of people, like their job involves walking. You know, like if you're a delivery driver, you work at, you know, excuse me, like Walmart, or I don't know what people do. I really don't. Even if you work in an office, you're walking back and forth to different people's offices, asking them questions, delivering mail, whatever. But I work from home, and if I am just walking around the house, like I don't carry my phone with me to like other rooms of the house, you know what I mean? So I really gotta like do all my steps outside, purposeful, you know. So, and even so, even if I did have a job that counted steps or that I took a lot more steps, I feel like 6,000 is still a lot for me. I'm just slowly working on it, working on getting back my health, I guess, like my physical activity. I've been doing stretches every day. I have actually made my own stretching, like, routine, I guess you would call it. Because you watch all these YouTube videos, it's like, oh, a nice 15-minute stretching routine for your mornings, or like a 10-minute stretching, and you can like follow what they do, and they're great. But I've never found a video that's like perfect for me, that's like everything that I want to stretch, but also I can do all of it, you know, because some stretches are too hard for me. So some of the videos I'll be like, well, skip that one. And some of them it's like, well, that doesn't hit my lower back or something, you know. So I took kind of note in my head of all of the stretches that work for me that I really like in my problem areas, which are my hips. And I just typed it out. I found little like images online, just Googled images for each one and then like labeled it. And I have it up on my door so I can remember what stretches to do. I kind of have it memorized at this point, but it's really nice to have that up there. That's been really cool. I noticed certain days I'm way more sore than other days, and then I haven't figured out why yet. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's the days where I lay around more. I'm more like sore, which kind of doesn't make sense, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm figuring it all out, but woo, that's a longin'. Oh my goodness. Woo-wee. This is so good, you guys. This is also sold at the Asian supermarket that I go to. So I don't have to order spicy noodles on Amazon anymore. I'm trying to get away from ordering things online. Like, I just canceled my Instacart because I've been using Instacart for grocery ordering since the winter, at least, like, but maybe before the winter actually. And you know, I'd been like kind of like depressed, didn't want to go out in the winter, so yeah, I would get all my groceries delivered. But the last several months I've been going to the store, which also gets me out and walking around, you know. And finally it was about to renew for like another $100 for the year, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay another $100 for the year. Let's just cancel this. I am gonna go get my groceries every time now. Damn. I'm glad I have these and the mushrooms. Well, the mushrooms are gone. Because this is actually really spicy. I need something like in between. That's not as spicy. This keeps slipping down. I gotta find a better way to prop this up, you know, next time. So good. It was so gross cleaning these though. Oh my god, I almost threw up a couple times. Weird that I immediately start eating it after. But it doesn't bother me now once it's cooked. I'm just doing the deeds, like, I don't even want to describe it to you guys. That's why I didn't film this cooking process. No one wants to see that. Yeah, I don't want to even think about it. Close my eyes. Know that it's food. Oh, got a little peppercorn in my mouth. It was stuck to it. Well, I might not finish these. But I will finish this. Oh man, I've been so into like watching videos about conspiracy theories lately. Like one channel I watch is the Y-Files. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but I just found it. They do a lot of stuff about aliens, the CIA, I don't know, like cover up, stuff like that. I can't even really think of anything specific, but I'm not into any one specific conspiracy theory. I'm just into watching videos about all of them. It just intrigues me, like, how do they come about? How do people, or why do people think what they, you know, think that things aren't true? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do they come to be, basically? Like, there's probably some truth to some of them, you know? But some of them are wacky out there. Super fun to listen to, though. I've also been watching a lot of videos about, like, celebrities who have kind of, like, gone crazy a little bit. A lot of them tend to be, like, they were child actors, like Shia LaBeouf kind of went a little crazy there. I don't even know who else, but yeah. I don't know, I've been really into that kind of stuff lately. Oh. But if I do go camping, when I'm with my family, I may try to vlog some of that, I don't know. But if we don't, I will plan another camping trip within the next month, because I don't want to necessarily go camping when it's super hot out, like in August, you know what I mean? It's already been pretty damn hot in June, well, May and June. It's barely even June, you know? It's already been like 80, 90 degrees. Well, it's been like 90 degrees per day. Today, it's probably like 78 or 80, so it's really nice today. But yeah, in August it's probably going to be like 100. I don't know. I'm not going camping in 100 degrees. So I really wanted to do it in June. But yeah, I will film that. I had so much fun filming that trip. We should have taken more shots. Like, I thought I mean, I did have a lot of footage, but I thought I had way more than I did, because, like, I got home and I was doing editing part 2, and I'm like, oh, part 2 is only 20 minutes. I could have put it in one video. I guess it would have been like a 55-minute video, but yeah, it was so fun. I was like, next time, oh man, and I don't even know if you guys watched that video, the second one. Only like a couple hundred of you watched that. But for you guys who didn't, I did have an encounter with a raccoon. It was actually 2 encounters. So I'll tell this story and I'll get out of your hair. But yeah, basically, it was like during the day, I think the first day, and I was like setting up my tent and stuff and walking around, and I keep hearing someone like walking around in the woods or something behind me, because it's a campground. I feel like it's maybe someone looking for firewood. Excuse me. So I keep looking behind me. Let me get this out of the way so you don't have to keep staring at the mess. So anyway, eventually I noticed that it wasn't a person, human being, walking around behind me somewhere in the woods. It was a raccoon, just moseying around. It ended up it kept coming closer and closer to me. Like, we were staring at each other. Like, okay, you might call me stupid. That's fine. I'm very stupid. I've never been camping. I've never been out in the wilderness. Sorry. But I don't know if raccoons are dangerous. I know nothing about a raccoon. All I know is that on Family Guy or other, you know, cartoons, raccoons will latch on people's faces and scratch them all up and, you know, whatever. So that's what I'm picturing as I'm, like, standing down with this raccoon, staring, like, we're just staring into each other's eyes. He gets about, I would say, 20 feet from me at the closest. And then he just kind of like skitters up and then he stops. And he skitters over, then he's like, like closer and closer to me or whatever. And I'm standing there because my keys to my car are in the tent and my car's locked. So I can't even run over to my car and get in and close the door and be safe. I would have to go get my keys to unlock my car, which are in the tent, and the tent is zipped up, and it's like awkward to get in there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally stuck. If this thing comes to attack me, I have nowhere to go. I have no, not like I want to hurt the thing, but I have no weapon. Like it's just gonna be able to scratch me up, and who knows if it has rabies or whatever. So anyway, this is all that was going through my head in the like 10, 20 seconds that this thing, well, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute that we were kind of standing each other down, like. And then finally, you know, it just scurries around very calmly. Then not scurries. It kind of like moseys, continues to mosey and just like sniffing around, looking for stuff. So apparently, you know, this raccoon is very used to human beings being around, and you know, it's a campground. He's not afraid of me, but I am very afraid of it. So that happens, and I'm like, okay, let me grab my keys. Now I have my keys on me. I kept my keys on me the rest of the time. But then not that night, but the second night, so I got through a whole night completely fine with my food still in my cooler and all that stuff, and nothing happened. But the second night, I'm starting to get some pretty good sleep, and then I get woken up by a crash, outside of my tent, and immediately I'm like, there's a fucking bear out there trying to get into my food. Oh my God, you know, because like, I think where I was at, there are black bears and stuff. So, I mean, not the scariest thing ever, but definitely scarier than a raccoon. Anyway, heart pounding, you know, I'm like in the dark. I find the flashlight thing that goes on my head. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to turn that on yet. And I'm like going to unzip the tent, like slowly. Cause I heard the crash, right? And then I heard like skittering, like almost like plastic was grinding against the concrete. And I'm like, so it's dragging something, whatever. It's still out there. It's rustling around, whatever. So it hasn't left. So I very carefully unzip and I like peek my head out. It's pitch black out. Can't see anything. So I turn on the flashlight and I see this raccoon just like staring at me. You know how their eyes get like really bright? Like, I don't know. Like a cat, you know, it's like their night vision or something. I don't know. Yeah. This raccoon is, I'm pretty sure when I saw it, it had the ham in its mouth. Like it was dragging the ham with its mouth or something. I had brought a pack of like deli ham with me. Anyway, yeah, and the cooler was falling down with the lid open, so that was great. Next time I will keep that stuff in my car or like bungee cord it up or something. But yeah, I was again terrified, and I realized because this was like 4 a.m. when this happened, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let it take what it wants to take and then I'll get up and clean it up. But I really had to pee like so bad because every time I wake up in the middle of the night, I have to pee like a racehorse, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I'm gonna pee my pants because I'm not getting out while this thing is staring at me, you know? So I turned the light off and I'm like, maybe it'll like go away. And yeah, it basically eventually does, but like every time I put the headlamp back on, turn it on and look out, it's like on the road a little bit, or it's a little bit further down the road, but it's always like looking back at me. Like you see the shining two eyes just glowing, and he'll do like a little, like run a little bit and then just stare back at me for like 10-15 seconds and then run again and then stare back at me. So he's a little worried by me, but he's definitely not scared of me. I was terrified. So I finally, when I realized, okay, this raccoon is pretty far away, I can still kind of see it, but like I could probably get to the bathroom. The bathroom's pretty close. So I get out of the tent and start walking to the bathroom, and my heart is racing. I have never been this terrified in my entire life. And I just keep looking down the road as I'm like walking straight to the bathroom. And at this point I can't see those two little eyes anymore. So I'm a little more scared even, because I'm just like, where even is it? I wish I could keep my eye on it, make sure it's still moving away, but it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, it got a bunch of my food, and you know, when I got back from the bathroom, I made sure it wasn't around, and I just took care of it all, and you know, whatever. But oh my gosh, I have now since, you know, looked up stuff about raccoons. Raccoons are very unlikely to attack you unless they feel like they're being cornered or their young is going to be attacked or something. They're very unlikely to attack you, so that's nice to know. But I did not know that a couple weeks ago when I went camping. Whew. But yeah, that could have been a lot worse. I know now, like, I will keep my food like under lock and key. I won't keep it out, like, because I figured, you know, the cooler seals, It's not gonna smell it or know how to open it, you know. I figured it out. Oh, but yeah, so that was my experience with the raccoon. And that's the thing, when you're that deep in the wilderness, like, it wasn't like deep in the wilderness, but it was pretty like remote, you know. It was pretty like in the country, you know. Like, you're gonna have experiences like that, I guess. Like, I might eventually see a bear. I don't know. I don't want to. I really don't want to see a bear. Bears are really cute, though. I like to see them, you know, on my computer screen or TV screen, but not in real life. I don't know what I would do. If I was that scared of a raccoon and, like, frozen, just staring at a raccoon, freaking out about not being able to, like, get in my car or the tent. Imagine if that was, like, a bear staring me down. I would have shat my pants. Yep. Well, on that note, guys, I'm going to get going. That was an amazing meal. I love the well, they're not carbo noodles. I'm about to say carbo noodles. I love the Quattro cheese. That's the same as the, it used to be called 4 types of cheese, I think. Or, like, 4 times cheese. Now it's just called Quattro cheese, which is kind of cool. I like that better. But yeah, that was a great meal. Always love my shiitake mushrooms. Always love my octopus. I think now that I have done the whole trimming and cleaning of the octopi before cooking them, I will never do that again. That was disgusting. I will buy them pre-washed, cleaned, trimmed, so I can just throw them in the boiling water and be done with it. Ugh, they're so slimy, you know? Oh, I'm very satisfied. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me and having a meal with me. Oh, it's been so long since I've done a mukbang, so that was really fun. Now I just gotta clean up and probably just relax the rest of the day. It's Sunday, so I gotta get back to work tomorrow, so definitely gotta get to bed at a reasonable hour tonight. But yeah, thank you guys again, and I will see you next time. Have a great one. Peace out.